Hi again. I'm here still documenting my journals before I go off to a craft fair next week. These are two bee journals I made, and they are the same theme, but as you can see, they are not exactly alike. Starts right off with the side view, right? The fabric on these are fabric covers, so it's the same fabric. It's the corners are slightly different, but and the colors of the closure are different. So you'll see similarities. I'm going to go through them one at a time, but what I have found is to keep from stuffing one too much, because I get excited while I'm making them, I found sometimes, and you'll see this as I'm going through these, sometimes I make two at a time to calm myself down. But I do try to take like a different piece of the fabric so that they don't look exactly alike, right? So I'm going to set this one aside, and I'm going to start with this one, and it's got a cream-based closure. The closure is attached to the book. This one does not come off. Some of my closures come off, some don't. It is hidden here behind the cover. There's some 3D stuff on the title page, some paper flowers, things like that. And I think you're in frame, so I think you can see everything. This is a tag in this text spot, and it opens up so you can write in it, put pictures in it, do whatever you want. And these are just layers, elements that I've layered. Some writing area. This is some stenciling. This is an altered paper clip, so you can actually move this throughout the book wherever you like. It's got a little teeny bumblebee right there. Just some journaling space, some pretty papers. They're sculpted on the edge. Some smaller pieces. Just some beautiful bee-themed papers. I believe these are printed digitals. This is just from my paper collection, so it's really a hodgepodge of all kinds of stuff. So I had another video, like my Wonder Woman flip through. It was much simpler, that book. This sets, I just went to town on. You'll see even the ink here on this honey jar is metallic, so I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it shimmers. The ribbon is metallic. The little tag underneath the paper is got some metallic. There's a little tiny bee on this tab, and it has some metallic in it. So just some journals are simpler than others. Some are, I just go a little nuts. So this is a journal page with some stamping and whatnot. That's a digital print. This is actually a magazine piece that talks about the uses of honey. It's an kind of a, I think it's a old Victoria magazine. And it's just got some honey recipes and stuff like that. So it's just something just to put in here. And it's a text spot, so you could take that out and put other stuff in there. But I think the little beehive looks really cute behind the... You'll see the acetate has some stuff on it, but the beehive just behind it looks really cute. More of that vintage magazine. I think these are Victoria magazine, if you know that, from the 80s, 1980s, way back when. It feels so weird saying that because that's when I was a teenager, but beautiful. Just some ripped pages from a magazine to add some prettiness, some decoration, some journaling pages. Some more. These are stamps. These are stickers, or actually that might be a die cut that I glue in. Some printed papers, more stamping. This is a pocket I created with some acetate. And just a little, but you can see with all of the layers and the elements and stuff that some of my journals are simpler than others. Beautiful digital papers. I like to put tabs, and I like staples, so I don't know if I like to staple tabs, and I just think it looks rustic and kind of fun. These are little die cuts layered. I don't know if you can see, but in the wings there's some little yellow gingham paper. Some more some more metal. That's some layers of washi and some of that metal shimmer. And then some of these printed papers, I've gone over it with some shimmery inks, so the honey kind of glimmers. More printed paper. I think these bee journals came out so pretty. Stenciling. That's just part of a paper collection. Happened to match. Some more of those flowers layered with some lace and some little elements. Little tab. It opens this way. You can write in it. There's some place to write there. And it's a pocket, so you can add other stuff to it too. And then there's these glitter dies, yeah, that are glued in. More glittery elements added to the papers. Next signature starts, and there you can see the stapled lace, vintage lace. This doesn't come out, it's just a background. This doesn't come off or out, but it makes a really pretty vignette for the pocket. Then this you can open and journal in. You could add a picture if you wanted in the back. And it just sits right there. And you can add more here. These are digital papers. This is just part of a paper collection I had. I mean, you can write right here, but there's just little hidden, just little touches on the corners and stuff to just decorate it and make it not quite so plain. More stamping that I did. Just some lace and stickers and layered up. And I believe this is, yeah, this is like a, I don't know where I got this paper. It's in my collection, but it's very, it almost feels like vellum, but thicker. It's a really pretty paper. And then just a tag, but this one's glued on. So you can write here and then right here, or you could put a picture here and right here, however you wanted to do it. This is vellum, so you can see through it, and you can see there's just some like honeycomb texture to it. And oh, I love that. So you can see through the vellum to the stuff underneath. More stenciling, more stapled tabs. Just some layers to add character to the page. More of the magazine, although because this magazine page is in a center where it's sewn, it is reinforced with some cardstock behind it. And this is just some summary quotes. This is an envelope that flips out with a tab inside. It opens up. So lots of layers to this one. Here's the other half of that vellum. So whatever you put here is going to be seen through. More stamping. More just random washi and layered elements to the paper. But still lots of room to journal. Another little, you open it up and there's journaling spot there. This is so pretty. This is just a bunch of just layers. I think, so if you look at this, there's the pocket, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers on top of this pocket right here. Clusters, right? I love little clusters. So this, you take the paper clip off, and this actually unfolds, and lots of journaling spots. The yellow paper clip to match, little bee, and the lace heart. This is some tissue paper decoupaged with the silver. It's really pretty tissue paper. I think I got it from a paper store. It came like when I bought it was wrapped around a book of some sort. This is a hidden pocket. See right there. This is an envelope, and you can take stuff out, but you can see that through the envelope. That texture, and you can add to it. Here's a tag for journaling, and also this flips open. Lots of these magazine pieces that talk about bees and honey, beekeeping. More of that paper collection. Some layered papers with some collage here. Stenciling. Some vellum. More of the stapled little lace tabs. Some more stenciling. This is nice. This is like a little 6-month calendar if you wanted to use it that way, or you could cover that up and just use it for journaling. Here's more of the honey stencils with the golden ink added to it that shimmers. More of that vellum that you can see through over some stenciling, and I like how you really can see the stenciling through it, the vellum. More of the collage. Here's a little bag with a tag in it, and then it flips open this way, and you can write right here what's inside. More of the magazine and honey. More digital papers. And this is a tuck spot for our tag. And this is just layers of scraps cut into a circle. And you can put other things behind there, it will hold. Another little bag, but this bag has just a layered up journaling card as well as postcard. And again, you can see it right through the envelope because the envelope is so thin, it's pretty. And then it's also stamped. This is also another little tuck spot for journaling space. Oops, wait. Yep, there's that. And that's the back. So that's book 1. Then book 2 is a lot of the similar, just different. Similar but different. The spine is a little different. You know, as you can see, this is more of a macrame lace. This is more ornate. And it's got a white lace closure. And right off the bat, there's a text spot right here for you to put anything you want into it. And there's a journaling card here, and again a pocket with all these layers, but you can write what's in there. Another journaling space with little cards you can add stuff, and then just another little journaling spot, more of that digital paper with the glitter pen, some added elements, some journaling spots. I think that's really beautiful. Let's see. Sorry guys, my camera died in the middle of recording, so if the angle's a little different than it was, and that's jarring, I apologize, but here we are. Where we left off was this page, and I have glue in my hands because I was gluing stuff together on a different journal while I was waiting for my phone to charge. But I don't want to spend, also looked at the videos very long. And I only got through one book. It was 15 minutes. So I'm going to try to get through this one a little faster. I don't know. Like how we can do that better. But I mean, I want to show the pieces, right? This is a little pocket. And I love making these tags that are striped because I literally use scraps and I glue them on sideways. And then I cut it and miraculously the tag appears. Like, because it looks weird when it's all different scraggly scraps and stuff, and then you cut it, and then and then I stamp this side so you can write on it. So this is why the video is so long, because I can't not talk. And this little bumblebee is three-dimensional. It has little wings underneath, lots of layers. This is an envelope with a little clip, and inside there's like a postcard, and you can see it through, and lots of layers there. We're gonna move faster. I love this paper flowers, and it's held on with a brad. You can see the brad through it, but the imperfections are what make these journals beautiful, right? Like, just if you wanted a perfect journal, you just go to Target and buy a journal. So I do use, these magazine pages are from Vintage. Do you guys remember Victoria magazine, like from the 1980s? I have some of those. And I like to cut them up, and I cut out anything that had to do with like bees, honey, that sort of thing. And then more stamping and die cuts and stickers all layered together. And again, this is another pocket or envelope with a paper clip holding it closed. Some more die cuts, journaling card, die cut stamp. So I could stop pointing that stuff out, but that's what all this is just layers. Like if you look at this page, there's the page with the, some distress coloring on the edges. Then just layers of die cuts. Like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. This is some washi, some die cuts, some stamping all layered. I love these little, I have a die that makes these 3 pocket little sleeves. And then I added some layers here, but this is a journaling card that unfolds. And I did use some printed papers for that. This is just a little journaling card with a journaling card on the back. And my husband's coughing in the background. This is a little thing I got out of that one of those magazines about how to ID honeybees, which I think is super cute, and I made a bookmark out of it, and you could write on the back of it if you wanted to, but it's just a bookmark. And the layers together, I just think it's super cute. So, like I was saying, some of my journals are super simple, and some I just get going and can't seem to stop. The little envelope with a journaling card, nothing special on that one, but then this one actually says the word journal. It's just scraps that, lots of layers there. This doesn't come out. This is the background of the pocket. I'm trying to lay this flat because this one I made a couple years ago, and the glue has like kind of, I want to say like hardened and stuff. That's why I'm doing craft fairs. If I want to keep making these journals, because I have about 20 of them out here, I have to find a way to get rid of them. Give them away, or I don't know, something so I can keep making them. because I don't need this many. I can't possibly use this many, but I love making them. Just a little card. This one opens up. And then I do have yellow paper clips in here to match. And this one opens up. And look at this adorable bee, guys. Look how cute that is. I hope you can see that. Anyways. Oh. This is just a journaling card. There's a Brad's holding all these paper flowers together. You know that they're dimensional, so you can turn them, straighten them, whatever. And then this is, I don't know if you can see the shine, but there's this little strip of pet tape that has lace in it. And then there's real lace on the other side. Just more layers. Oh, and this vellum paper, guys, look at this. Has bees on it and like little polka dots on the side. Then I added a die cut to it. This side. But you can see through it on both sides. And this is paper ruffle, another paper ruffle I made. Okay, so I'm just going to flip through digital papers, papers for my paper kit, another little pocket, little card. It's being held closed, but it opens and it has a little clip so you can clip something to it. And that's because it matches. And this just has like a little journaling card in there. And this is dimensional. It's a die cut. I like to feel things. That's a die cut. I like to feel things. This is just smooth paper, but like I enjoy the texture of things too. So I think that's probably why I use so many layers. And it's just a blank piece of paper that I just built up with collage, stamps, or stencil. Some collage, some stamping on top of it, just layer after layer. Are we still in frame? Oh, geez, barely. Okay, let's move you back into frame, sorry. Hopefully you saw that. I'm just going to give another peek. And then this is actually a paper that I used to die cut on, and oh, it came out so pretty. Another envelope with stuff in it. I gotta speed this along because I wanted to film all of these today, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that because, of course, I have to talk through them. A little more stamping. This is that. So the other PET I was showing you was white. This is the black version of it. So it's just a little bit of lace embedded in that tape. Another little pocket, you know, with a journaling spot. And a little tab so you can find it easily. This is, there's a lot of texture in this. This is one of those scrap things like the tags, except the pages are folded up a little, so there's texture. And then there's just a journaling card in here. Oh, and this journaling card has some foofies on it. And if you really hated it, you could take those off, but I think they're cute. Journaling card. This is golden shiny, if you can see it, like kind of a honeycomb trim. Look at this tiny little tag. So tiny. It doesn't come off because it would be lost forever. But this comes off and you just tuck it right back in. This pops open. You can tell which way the tabs go by where the things are. Or you can tell which way they open by where the tabs are, if that makes sense. More just digital papers that I went over with ink to make them glimmer and shine. Oh, this has a little card in there, another little journaling card with some honeycomb paper. a little peekaboo, but you can see it because there's a tab. And it says, be happy. A little bumblebee. Isn't that cute? Bee. Will be there. Calendar again. 6 months. So really, if you bought both of them, you'd have 12 months. So you could make them last 2 years if you wanted to use it in that way. This just has some quote around the edge. More digital papers. Oh, this is a little shaker. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. This absolutely serves no purpose. It's paper clipped in here other than... I don't know if you can see it, but there's little bumblebees in there. And lots of glitter and confetti and little like bees. And you could put a picture on the back. But I mean, that's what its purpose is, to make noise. And then some more glimmer. I don't know if you can see this shimmer and shine. There's like glitter in that. Glue. This super tiny lace doily. Wraps around the card. This is just a digital paper. Another one of those fancy tags that I make out of scraps. And the end. And then the hidden closure. Okay, guys. That's the bees books. I'll come back for the next set. Join me. Bye.